camera is on me. It's my third video. I've got some French fries cooking in the kitchen, so I'm going to keep this to a short minimum. Has anybody ever seen this design before at all? Has anybody ever seen it being done this way at all? 5 and 2 comes together, right? 5 comes together, but this is far from a 2. Swastika, okay, if it was a swastika and it's made on the bones, the bone means right on the line. The line means either the separation of two sides or the in-between of a hole, because a hole means the top and the bottom, the left and the right. So the line for me is the bone in the middle of this. I've got everything it takes for it to be what it is. You can also use the line as separation. When the line is on an angle, right, it's always going to cut in between a square. Line on a line will always stay on a line. Line on an angle will always cut through a square, so you're always cutting through area 5 and 9. 9 is when 4 areas meet. Here's your 5 and 2. Can you figure out what this looks like? Take a good look at it. Doesn't it look a little bit like this? Or is it a 2? Or is it a 2? Or is it a 2, 2, 2? But then we flip it over the other way, and the first number is 5, and the second number is 5, and then it's 2, and then it's 2, and then it's 5 again. When 5 stands up, it's 5, 7, 5, 7. If I create the 77, it'll create a T. Are you waiting for the package? Take a good look at this. It's open. It's open to the center. That's why you see more than one level, because it's open to the one part of the page and then to the center of the page, the crack of the book. The crack of 2 delta angles, double D's, flip one down, you have the B in the D. You have 2 sides, you're creating life. Angle shows me the queen. We're going to look a little bit deeper into that design and show you that design right over here. Again, would you say that design, can I do the same thing here? Can I do, I don't know if I can do it. Hold on a second. Yeah, I could do it. Okay. Folding down the page. The whales do this. They fold down their tail for a reason. What is the reason? Now I'm folding down the page so you can see both sides. Right? Do they look the same? Does it look the same? I come in, I go up and around, and then out again. You see, on this one I don't. See, on that one it's 1 line. On this one it's 2. So I need to spread these apart until I can have this inside. Okay, they're a little bit different. This is G and E upside down from each other. So we're going to go into this one over here. And look, all from the same letter. P-L-U-T-O. Pluto. And here's the design. The same design you see on the ancient Mayans. 5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. There's a T in the road, right? Because the inline dent is this. There's an R in the road because it goes up and to the right. Up and to the right, up and to the right. 2 dogs looking at each other. A place to tie up your boat. Pluto, Pluto, Pluto. Where does the land end? Sea level. Now I got this whole thing about sea level, right? I got this whole thing about sea level. Now I don't care if Earth is like this, because if Earth is like this, right? The minute you bend anywhere on the Earth like this, you have one sky here and one sky here. What happens when the sky meets over here? Okay? Where is, if the Earth is round, where is that round? Look, me against you. We're both lying on top of each other. We call it 6 and 9, means one is upside down to the other. Almost like saying Earth is flipped upside down to the other. But flipped upside down, remember, is only 1/4 turn is actually flipped upside down. So if one part of Earth here is flipped a little bit this way, and the upside down Earth is flipped a little bit like this way, they're exactly opposite of each other. Right? You have the up and the down. You had it here. This side goes this way. This side goes this way. Well, 45, 45. Can't go upside down. That's it. Look at the height. It starts at sea level, right, where my fingers are, or at sea level where I can see, and then we're living on this part over here. So is Earth round. Pluto, my friends. Then this design I've been wanting to do for days. Can anybody see something in this design? I put an eye over here. It looks like a little bird, right? What do we see? Delta angles, right? Delta angles from the Greek, the fourth letter. I got to put it on pause. I'm going to check my fries. Now the chips are still on. You can see the brown on the chip. It's a licorice chip. Crazy. So I make the French fry better. Home cooked fry. I'm using an oil. I'm not sure what to use right now. I'm using avocado oil because basically I don't want to use the canola. And I have a noodle over here. What I did is I was cooking my, what do you call it? It's a pot roast, that cheap piece of meat. Got all the fat on it. This week it was looking a lot better and they charged me twice as much, but forget it. I bought one. Put mushrooms in it. Put water in it. And the meat, the pasta I just ate, I let it cook in the juices while the meat was on the stove for an hour. Usually it takes 10 minutes for the pasta, or 12 minutes. I leave it for the hour. It's just enough temperature that, so here's my meat. It's sort of like imute, it pulls apart. Very, very good. So we're going to get on. I'm going to go back to the kitchen. Just want to tell you this is a great lunch. I'm very blessed this week. Very blessed. Hold on. Feed me, said the body to the mind, or all I'm going to do is think of the food. But the mind says to the body, I'm the mind. I am the boss. Yes, you are. And I am the stomach. And I am the taste buds. And I am hungry. And I will bother you, and I will not let you work until you feed me. And you will not let me eat if I've already eaten. Because I am a pig. Understanding the word pig. P-I-G-G. 97.7 is a vibration to a radio station here in Montreal, area code 514, once owned by Astral Video, now owned by Bell. BCE 235 creation, 23.5 degrees. 977 to the seventh gate is 200. 10, 200, 514, 10, 200. 5 and 514 is because one center or four corners or four centers to one center equaling 5, meaning you are over 4 cubes, getting the 4 centers of the 4 cubes, and you are now 5, but it's 5 to 9 because you are the area last in the center of all, meaning you are 1 in all, 1 in 8, equaling to 9. If what I speak is relative to a theory of an understanding because the equational factors that fit in here are just 1, 2, 3, meaning I'm minus and adding to the actual number where I have arrived, does it sound right? If there's 9 and there's 1 in the center, what number would you give it? 1, the 9th area? Would you start at 1 and then say all? All meaning 8, but all meaning 8 is 8 and 1. I am 1 again. I am 1 and 9, and I am 1 part of all 8, and I am who I am. Or I am nothing of anything other than the connecting cable that makes me super strong. Because I am nothing but the heart of all of you. And what comes in through the truth on the cross. That is who I am. I am G, I am C, I am O, and I am D, because I am 1/2 of who you are, back to back, looking at me straight forward, turned around. It's like your stomach. Two eyes, one is yours, one is mine. Seen both sides. I want to be the demon devil because I want to know all the possibilities that someone else can come and get me. I want to know all the possibilities because I can go up as high as I can without stepping on anybody else, except for those unseen factors of what I learned from other people. The basic in 47, okay, is because creation of 56. Okay, this is where I'm going to go to next. Creation of 56. How we get 57? What is 6? Because if we see 5 and 7 here, and it's not a tilted 5, and one of the reasons we tilt these things, just to go back, okay, is to show, right, is to show this is only one half of one side. So it goes back this way, and it tilts all the way in, saying, now I am the bridge to the other side. You come to the edge of the mountain. That's where 7 shows up. You bring two 7s together, you create the D, delta angle. Delta angle created by two 7s, creating a triangle. Now I missed showing you something at the beginning of this video, and I'm going to show it to you now in my other book. What's that? What's that? What is that? Is it a lamp top? The way it goes forward? Is it Chinese writing? I'm going to show you what it is. It's pretty simple. If I can find a pen. Had pens before. Many pens before. Wow. No pens. Do I have pens in my pen drawer? Oh, more pens. More pens. And I bet you if I take them all out, I'm going to lose them all. Someone's going to end up with one of my pens. These are the pens I like. Although I've seen pens that write better on some days, I really like to write with this. So what we're going to do to this line, they call these names, in French, they call it accent aigu, accent grave, right? So I'm going to take that line and just make one line all the way through it, right? One line all the way through it. And when we draw that line through it, okay, we actually have 4, 7, and 4. You see the two angles of 7? One of them cuts 45 degrees, one of them cuts 90 degrees. When it comes 45 degrees, it cuts between two angles. When it cuts at this, it cuts between above and below. And at the same time, if you want, you can actually see the corner of the building created. Corner of the building being created. As you come down, if you want, you can come down to this side of the building over here, right? And you can continue building that building. And now you have one corner of the building in 4 and the other side of the building in 7, bringing this building together. You see this ace, and then we were going to start building the second building, and it'll have the same effect as the first building. So now we have, instead of 2 lines here, I got 2 lines here and 2 lines here and 2 lines here separating both sides. Now this is the same design as before, right? And you see the way this arm goes here? See this arm over here? Almost the creating of the seal, putting the 2 noses together. There's a number that goes with this, okay? And although there's many numbers that goes with this, it says 77. 77 equals to 49, 7 times 7. 7 plus 7, right? 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 equals to 14, equals to 49, okay? Now this is special because this is the DNA, this is the gateway. 7 and 7 equals to 5, and that's the heart of all matters. It's 5 to 9 because it's the 9th area of 5. It's the birth. So what it comes into, the life that comes into it is the 9, and it spends it as 6 because you come in and you work as 5 and you get the one spirit, operational spirit, whatever that is. Or there's something that can figure out the motherboard that figures everything out. I don't know how that works. I don't know. The numbers mix me up in that area. So let's stop right now. So now I have these 2 areas, and it looks like it's a stand holding up one side of the building. At the same time, we note that it's a 4, right? 2 4s, one on each end, 4, 7, 7, 4, right? 57, 75, 5 times 7, 35, 5 plus 7, 12 equals to 47. Time of Christ is what this says over here. And all these designs are the same thing. But what you have to understand is there's 2 levels when it comes to a 4, right? 2 levels here. And there's 1 level here, right? And there's one level here. Why I say this, okay, It doesn't have the D on top yet, because that'll be this angle over here, and then the opposite one over here. That'll come, and then you have your T in the center. And why I'm saying this all is because the actuality of this, I might have to show you again, is that, you know, this is Saturday, this is Shabbos, I should be at shul, right? And the reason I say this is because this is the Exante Grav, okay? And this line over here shows the center, but I need two of them to show the whole center, otherwise it just shows half a center. One single line is half. I need this to show everything, above and below, side and side, okay? So I need that line in the center. That's why I put that line in the center. And all of a sudden it shows 1/4, right? This 1/4 angle, because I bent this over 135 degrees, which is 1/4 movement. 1/4 movement, 1/4 movement, 135 degrees, or 45 degrees. 531 ace, fox, quarter represents Earth, 1/4 of IT system in the sun. So we need an actuality of 1, 2, 3, because we have seen designs where the mark goes all the way up to here with the 4. We have seen designs where the mark is above the 4. This is an area of space that's open over here, okay? And all I'm going to do is draw this line all the way through. When I draw that line all the way through, this part is open and this part is supposed to be open. So let's see what happens if I color it in. I know this is an extended video, but see, this is blocked over here. You have all of this. I don't know if it looks like a bird that's coming down over here. This is blocked over here, right? Which way was the 4? Oh, yeah, the 4 was this way, because now you have a smaller 4 over here. See the smaller 4 that came in over here? And you have the larger 4 that came in over there. And then on the other side, here maybe is the eye. Maybe it's the eye because there's a passage to go all the way through from the center leg. And it's showing you below is closed, but above is open. It's below this side, but above this side, you see, because the airspace is here and the airspace is there. And the same thing for this one. There's air that passes over here, and then there's the small gateway, right? And that's what I'm thinking about the Earth sort of living in some sort of a shell where it might have been sliced, the shell, somehow, and we're living at different levels. I mean, I'm going to tell you something about the ocean. I'm going to maybe start off my next video with this. But do you know that in some parts of the ocean, you is not deep enough to pass a boat or a ship? You know why? Because they call them islands. And there are some islands that are so low, they're inside the ocean. Because they're not really islands. They're under the ocean most of the year, but they're out some time of the year, so you can't pass any boats there. So what does that say? That says walls. There are walls all around supporting the ocean to be however it is, to be whatever it is. I was showing you this before, and I want to show it again. Everything is times 47, because that's half time. 47 is half time, my friends. Do I have to show you in numbers? I'm going to show you in numbers in the next video, because that's half time. 47 is half time. 47. Raphael 7286 in a long video. Thank you for Bering Sea with me. Right? Bering Sea, the mind is an ocean of thought, continuously with rivers going off towards places like the heart of all. When you set back the video and you lean back in your chair and go, I felt that. The Bering Sea, a heart. The ocean, the tears that come from below. We cry and it comes in salt. So understand that. Where we use fresh water in our body and where we use salt, that is a blockage, my friends. How can we separate and create or not make anything salty at all? What should, what shouldn't be? How can this world and the reality be? Let it be inside our body, and from there, break it down and see where the barrier reef is inside of us. Why are we blocked? Why can we not pick up the vibration from the other world? Have we actually been totally hijacked that we have no accessibility because it doesn't come in here, that vibration? And we're feeling the secondary vibration, except they can't hold back the true vibration, because the true vibration always comes in. We need that to live and survive. That's the Mandela effect. Everything is coming back to what it was already before. It's not that the words were changed. They changed over time from the before and just coming back to us now. And things are being erased in time because once these new words come in and these old videos disappear, everybody thought that's what it was. Some books, look, they don't say it like us, right? You ever read a book and you see, they didn't say it like that in the other movie. And then you think, it's not a real movie. No, it's not as Hollywood as us because they didn't say it the same as us. It was a French movie, so it wasn't the same. Anyways, Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus, getting support legs from 47, right? The only two awkward numbers out of all the numbers is 4 and 7. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation. You want to see why? All right, here it goes. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3. Let's not do 4 and 7, okay? 5, 6. I can't do 7. We can do 88. We can do 9. We can do 9 again. We can do 99. We can do 88. But if I want to do 7, look at that. I just did 7. Okay? So 7 creates everything into 6 because 4 can be done right over here. 44. Now we get the pitchforks. So we get Saturn and we get Neptune. So when we get Saturn and Neptune, we get Uranus, Sun, Ura, and we get Mercury. We get Mercury and we get Uranus. We get 13 and we get 21. We pick up DC, A&I, artificial intelligence. We pick up what was delivered, 23.5. The angle side, 23.5. Electric. Now, before I end it with that, 2 plus 8 equals 10. 5 plus 8 equals 13 equals 4. 1 and 4. Okay, that's all I want to see. Raphael, 1 and 4 is the outside of 2 and 3. 1 and 4 is what's missing for the straight, and that's your creation of 5 and 2 Earth. Raphael, thank you for watching this video.